Untitled Podcast, y'all.
Get my mic up.
I know, right?
Turn my microphone up. Turn me up. It's Unstable, y'all. Episode 33. What's up, y'all? Mike Hill hanging out with you. The crew is back together once again for 2 weeks in a row.
Hey.
2 in a row.
Can you believe it? Steve Wilson in his gray hair.
As you can see it.
Yeah, it's very, very
You got
wrong.
some fucked up dye, too, man. People have been talking about how bad your dye job
Oh,
is.
wow. Damn,
Tell
5
them
seconds
niggas.
into the
Seriously.
show.
They just been saying, like, man, tell Steve to use a different dye.
Oh,
It's too
shit.
dark.
But they are happy you cut the beard. You don't look so homeless.
No, the beard's coming back.
No.
No, keep that
But the
shit
dye
cut,
needs
man.
to change, man. That dye need to die. Whatever dye you're using, you need to
Just for men.
that shit.
Got Tori in rare form as always.
I'm just here
already.
so I won't get fined.
So you won't get fined.
I'm just here so I won't get
Were
fined.
we the league now?
I'm serious. And always Claudia Jordan hanging
like
out with us.
Hey guys, how y'all doing
Doing
today?
great. How you doing? How you doing?
Fucking tastic.
And we got a
Wait
chair
a
here. We got a
minute.
microphone. We got some headphones. And I'm going to let Claudia Jordan do the introduction because
have
I
a
don't
guest.
think anyone can introduce this guy.
Coming to
better
the
than
show,
Claudia Jordan.
a friend of mine for 21 years. I worked on his
video
first
games.
album.
Yeah.
Please welcome the
Yes,
one,
sir.
the only, Ginuwine.
Come on.
We don't want to pay for that sample.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to pay him. No. We gonna sing my Horsey. We don't want to pay him.
Pay me.
You ever get tired of that?
So,
Every time somebody walks in, they see Ginuwine, you hear that song.
Ginuwine.
Hey, it's
Got
a
your
great
own
thing.
theme
It's
song.
great to be affiliated with a song like that.
classic
That's going to
now.
be here for a long
That
time.
they play at weddings
Yeah.
and black funerals and all
He
types
said
of stuff.
black
club.
funeral.
every
That's
time I see
amazing.
like someone doing like a spoof or like a midget stripping to a song, I always send it to him like, look at your song.
Right.
Look at you everywhere.
Midget stripping.
Politically
But it's like,
incorrect.
isn't that fun? Like seeing like the parodies of your stuff.
Yes, I've seen a lot of them. So I laugh at some of them, and I enjoy a lot of them.
Flattering though, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's got to be, man.
great compliment.
Can you clear this rumor up about you?
Already.
Out the
Here we
gate
go.
time.
Go in.
Go.
People always say that they think that you started off as a stripper, and that's not true, right?
No. You know what? When I started off, I had my bio, and I was in a go-go band, and so they mistook like.
No, that's a
go-go.
stripper.
That's a go-go dancer.
That's a stripper,
Yeah,
nigga.
for those who don't know,
Dance.
he's from DC.
I'm from DC.
And go-go
Yeah,
music,
go-go
like
music.
EU,
Right.
that's a style of
Exactly.
music
Right.
that they play in DC.
Essence.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Smokey Man.
Physical wonder, like
So
everything.
in that kind of dancing, is there a lot of like
Gyrating.
D-slanging?
Well, that's not even dancing. That's a form of music
Right.
in
It
DC.
is.
It's called go-go music.
But how do you dance to it? Is it
And you do, it's
You don't know Chuck Brown?
It's Chuck Brown.
A
It's
Godfather.
you do
So it's
in
nothing
the
to do with stripping. That's just a rumor that just got out of control.
I
work-
Here's a song that everybody knows that's a go-go song. Doing the butt.
Doing the butt.
That
That's
kind of
it,
put
that's it,
go-go
that's it.
on the map.
And that was more of
nationally.
a commercial go-go.
Yeah,
That wasn't really.
Right.
I mean, it was, but it's more commercial.
Right.
Go-go. Yeah.
So we clarify the rumor. It's not true. He
No,
was not a
no.
stripper, so y'all can stop with that.
Well, let's
Have you
clarify the
ever been a
rumor.
stripper
I
then?
probably could have been, but no, I wasn't.
Yeah, you could have been a stripper.
Can we clarify the rumor about the baby hair? When did you get the baby hair?
Hey man, it came with me, man. It came
That's
from
what I
I
wanna
got
know.
it from my mama.
The
still
first
got-
time I saw that nigga on TV, he had baby hair. I was like, what the hell?
You still got the baby hair,
I
too.
got it from my mama.
Yeah, you got Indian in your family,
I got
huh?
Indian in my family.
Is that?
What is, what, do, you have
Genuine
any,
Indian.
do you have Indian in your family?
Nah, it's French. White
nigga
and-
Pawnee
French,
Indian.
white, and black.
Okay.
French, white, and wow.
And Steve said he cut with something. He
Yeah,
cut with a lot
that
of
nigga been
different shit.
stepped on.
Yeah, man.
That nigga been stepped on.
So you and Claudia been knowing each other for a long time, huh?
Me and Shorty been knowing each other
You
for a
and
long
Shorty.
time.
Shorty.
That's another DC thing. Cut it out. Shout it out.
Nah, I thought that was a down south Atlanta thing.
Yeah.
Shouty,
Yeah.
Shorty.
21 years.
21
So there was an
years.
audition for his video, and I was
only
new to
we know
LA.
it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Darren Grant was the director,
Yes.
and I booked it. It was my first lead video, and it was a song from his first album, "Only When You're Lonely." And I was super shy,
I know.
like we hardly even talked.
Very shy.
you notice he
You
said
got that
was.
shit real
Not
quick.
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that she's open. She's always so good.
She
It's
shed
so
that
good.
shot quick, real quick.
I used to be
Shout
really
out
shy.
goddamn more.
I didn't say
Yes.
anything to him. I was just like, okay, and then we just stayed in
I'm
touch.
just gonna do this. Hey, I want to congratulate y'all on the show, though.
Thank you.
Appreciate you,
Man,
man.
we trying hard. We trying
Absolutely.
hard.
We're having a good time. Thanks
This
for
is
coming
a
on the
great
show.
And
Thank
before
y'all
we
for
get
having
deep
me.
into your business and everything
Let's
else,
get
man,
deep.
Because we
Let's go.
getting in
Let's
there.
go. Let's
rank,
go.
before we get there, rank some of the best singers out of DC between you,
Ooh,
my Maya, Johnny Gill, and Marvin Gaye,
shit.
all born in D.C.
Oh, wow.
Marvin Gaye,
damn.
Marvin Gaye, Johnny Gill, Maya, then me. I'm always.
Oh, you gonna be
Hey,
humble.
humble.
Yeah.
Hey, he one of them humble baby hair niggas. I see what he is.
Not just a
who he
bachelor,
is.
he's also very humble.
So
I
you a
told-
Redskin fan? Are you a Redskin fan too?
No, Dallas Cowboys.
What?
How the hell that
You're
happened?
From D.C.
He
You are
is-
Dallas Cowboys.
Wait a minute.
Blasphemy.
No
Trust me, I done
Ravens?
got it.
Did you get your ass kicked a lot growing up?
Never. But
Wow.
like it's really a funny story. I was young. My dad and my mom took me to a football game, and Dallas and Redskins was playing, right? And so everybody was cheering for the Redskins. Again, I'm a kid.
Right,
I don't know.
right.
Everybody was cheering for the Redskins, but then when the blue team got the ball, everybody was booing, right?
Right.
So I was like, defiant as
Right,
a youngin'.
right,
You know what I'm
right. A
saying?
rebel?
Yeah, I was like, I like the blue team.
Okay.
I like
And
it.
from then on, and then there was a guy named Butch Johnson,
Yep.
that used to do like
Yeah.
this little thing when he
he
made
took
a
the
touchdown.
touchdown, exactly.
And
Yes.
he'd shake, and then he'd drop down.
Oh, you talking about Billy White Shoes Johnson?
No, Butch
Johnson. Butch Johnson,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so I was like, I'm sold. I like
There you
them.
go.
I like them. So
Love those
that's
Cowboys.
It was that.
And
easy
you be
to
going
do.
through it on the net.
Oh,
When they-
course.
when your team, your
Always.
team.
And I still hold strong. I hold fast.
do.
You
Yeah.
can't be a born in Philly or raised in Philly,
Uh-huh.
raised in D.C. or raised in New York and cheer for the Cowboys.
You can't.
You can't.
Well, the Cowboys are America's
That's
team too.
defiant.
They,
America's
yeah, I mean,
team.
yeah,
That's
they are America's team.
boy.
It is.
They go on you for that. But I mean, that's my team.
So let's get back
I'm
to you
mad
and
we got
Claudia.
rid of Dez though.
Here we go.
Let's get back.
Star.
No, let's get back because we can talk sports. I do that all the time. I don't want to
We
talk about
know,
sports.
though.
Yeah, we know, but I want to get back to
Mike
you.
is messy too, by the way.
Oh, okay, that's
Hold
good.
on, this
I like messy.
coming from her. I'm
because
messy.
when you messy, you can fix it. You can structure
Mike
it.
and
You
Claudia
can get it
are-
right.
Mike and Claudia are like 3-year-olds eating spaghetti.
Yeah,
Messy as fuck.
Really messy.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
What's going on?
Oh,
with
this
this?
coming from the
let's
girl
go.
that was about to throw guy way under the ship last.
And she
week.
tried.
I'm telling you, no, he tried it and I corrected him.
How was that,
You
brother?
correct me, too.
How
Yes,
was
I
that,
did correct
brother?
you.
It was great, man.
No, I did correct. I set the
Claudia,
record
I
straight.
saw you all on the pictures and all that. I mean, you had a good time.
It was all right.
Good time.
No.
Okay. all right.
Good time.
That's all I'm
No,
concerned
That's
with.
Claudia Jordan.
Wait, at the boat?
Yeah, on the boat, girl.
on the boat. She said there was anything
No,
on
before
the
the
boat.
boat.
She said there wasn't anything on the boat though.
But
Ginuwine.
off the boat.
Yeah,
You
You
off
know
the boat.
what?
She went to a couple of.
You're hilarious.
Wait a minute, hold on.
So hold
It's
on,
a
hold on,
real
hold on.
breaking news over here.
Here's the real thing. I got
No,
some
I
breaking
go
news.
there. You better stop.
You wanna
Okay, go
start?
there. Okay, what
You
happened
know what?
before the boat?
I know too many. We know too much about each other.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Gee, what happened
Thank
before
you.
the
Thank you
boat?
doing our show.
Ginuwine, she
I
just
don't
called
know.
you a punk.
That's right, man. Don't let her pump you.
You gonna let her
Say
pump
what's on
you?
your mind,
No,
man.
that's my girl, man. That's my girl.
Hey man, she gonna
We
throw you
can't
under the
do
bus
that.
first chance she get.
I know.
No, I'm not.
You better let them hands go. Let them hands go.
First of
get
all, he's known me longer than all of you, and he knows that's not the case.
Yes.
So yeah,
I will say this.
it's not bullshit. I've known him since '97.
97.
97. And
Bullshit.
throughout that,
Bullshit phone. I forgot
met-
my phone.
we've known each other through, we both got married, and then we didn't talk the whole time pretty much when you were married.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then we saw each other again, and then
After the divorce, you mean, right?
yeah.
Okay, all right.
I saw him when I was
She
living in
actually
Atlanta.
helped me through my divorce. She helped me.
How did she do
talking-
that?
As far as talking to me, you know what I'm saying?
First
Like,
marriage, second marriage.
No, I'm only been
One
married,
to
bro.
Soleil.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Definitely.
And
First,
people, every time we take a picture
you got
together,
you, Claudia. First, second marriage. Second marriage.
I was only married once.
Okay, got it.
You know, people, every time we post a picture of each other and we show each
always
other
be like-
a lot of support on social media, people always say, isn't he married? And you're with a married. I'm like, I'm not with him, first of all.
Exactly.
Second of all, it's just a picture. And we're going to be friends for life.
Absolutely.
So any girl that he deals with has to
They
know
gonna
that I'm
know.
going to be friends with him. I've talked to you about relationships, and you've done the same with me. And so, yeah, we're like real friends.
How
that's
come?
beautiful.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
Can I ask you? How come you guys have never this?
Because sometimes, like when you here you go, look at it. Boom. When you're friends, sometimes you don't want to. Can we? Okay, you don't want to mess that up.
Fuck
You know
that.
what I'm
You
saying?
can say fuck,
All right.
fuck, shit, ass, motherfucker, whatever you want to say, man.
Right.
You ain't never
That's
gonna
a
make a
lie.
mistake.
And if something like that is meant to be, it will happen naturally.
Here's the thing: when
don't
you have
force that.
female friends,
feel
you
me?
never just made a mistake and slipped and ate their pussy. Or
That's
something.
Steve. See,
Yeah.
that's Steve.
Steve does it all the time. Look, I'll
Yeah.
put a broomstick.
Be like, oops. Man, now your relationship changed.
Yeah.
I'm saying it happens.
Yes, it
I've
happens.
seen it on TV on
Yeah.
HBO. Yeah.
Yeah, some things happen.
Trip and fall into her vagina, then y'all
Yeah.
friendship. Yeah.
Wow.
Tastes like Rhode Island. Tastes like Rhode Island.
It used to happen to me very often. I don't do that type of stuff anymore.
But
I'm just
see,
saying,
that's the thing about having girls that's friends. That shit is gonna happen naturally.
Would you like some Just Peachy?
Yes.
You want some peaches?
It's kinda hard.
I'm sure he had some of your Just Peachy.
But you know what? But you know what though? Like even growing up, I never thought that I would have a friend that was a girl. You know what I mean? Because I
No, that's hot though.
You know, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gets hard.
It gets hard.
Because you got somebody.
Then you dig in. You know.
You got somebody that you can cry on their pussy for.
So just set the record straight here. You know,
That's my friend.
And Claudia's gonna kill me.
I love her to
There's
death.
never been any kind of.
Yes, it has.
Never. Yes,
this is my baby.
Oh.
Go.
But this was early
It is so good that this is the quietest Claudia has ever been on the show.
Hold on. We gotta stop this right now.
Like you say, never quiet.
Because she know I would say, but
I'm not
at the
quiet.
end
Y'all
of the day,
all talking over each
at the
other,
end of the
so
day,
no
I
Don't
know
say
that.
all, nigga.
At the end of the
You
day,
are.
I know she don't care about that. Like this was
We
years
talked about it
ago. This
before.
was like years ago.
We hung out in the 90s.
Right.
Way before all of that. And then ever since, people have been like, y'all should.
Y'all should. I do. I
And we
like
stayed friends.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And
Yeah, don't let nobody mess your
whoever I
friendship
get
up.
with, they gotta accept her. That's my friend.
It's a lot of cheesing going on though. That's like it's something behind the smile. There's something behind the smile.
We love
Something
each other.
behind-
on, that's
I love
some
her.
We love
She
each
love
other.
that
I
girl,
love seeing
man.
him. We don't see each other that much. He lives on the
Right.
East
So-
Coast. I live out here.
I just did a show out here, like
At the Forum? At the
Forum.
Fabulous
On
Forum?
Sunday.
And I
Mother's
was
Day,
like-
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
Hers
So
is
I
a great
told her, I
show.
was like, "Are you coming?"
Sold out.
And she always comes to my shows.
And every
supports
time
me.
there's a girl back there that likes him, they be
Oh
giving
my
me,
God.
oh my God.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I'm good, you guys. I'm not a threat anymore. Relax.
So I had somebody at the concert that saw the concert. Great concert, by the way.
Thank you, my
Said
brother.
that the
Thank you.
panties were on the
Yes,
stage
they
in
were.
full force.
Big
That
or
made me
small?
feel good, man.
Said
at the
Ginuwine.
Forum, there was some big draws.
There was big draws.
Yeah, big draws.
Big
Said
draws,
that
small draws, big
Ginuwine
draws,
hands out
extra,
lollipops.
extra L, XL draws.
You do like the big girl.
Granny panties.
I love
Wait.
them. I love
You
them
hand
thick.
out lollipops.
And
Oh yeah,
with his face on
You
it.
know what? I had some lollipops made, and you know, I like to throw out a lot of stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been blessed. The Lord has blessed me for real. Like I've been successful in my career.
Absolutely.
So I don't even try to sell a lot of stuff. I do have like an online thing
Right.
where you can buy
right.
my shirts and all that kind of. But
not
man,
at the show.
I give so much stuff away.
And plus, then everybody can like suck on you just a little
Ooh.
bit.
And
Whoa.
yeah, right.
Whoa.
And that's what I did.
That-
I was like, ladies, lick me. And then it was like, what? I was like, here.
Yeah, see.
How many do you have, Claudia?
That's hot.
Just one.
Oh.
Just one.
But I brought her 3 more.
You know what? I'm gonna steal this idea, but I'm gonna put my balls on mine and throw my to the women. Lick on, man.
You gotta
Ball
make the lollipop salty. Though.
Lick me,
It's got to be salty. It's got to be. It's got to be a little salty. A little salty
My balls
lollipop.
always salty after a show.
What the hell?
Y'all niggas.
So what's the biggest misconception about you that you would like to like clear up? Like what do people besides the stripper thing?
Yes.
The biggest misconception is probably the conceited stuff.
Oh, you're still not conceding.
No,
yeah,
no,
that's
no,
bullshit.
no.
I've never
very-
gotten that.
I'm very like guarded and very like quiet.
Right.
And very
Not a recluse, but just to yourself.
Yeah. I'm just to myself, but I'm totally not. I'm totally opposite of that.
I've never heard that. I mean, I've never heard that in the
Really?
whole time you've been in the
All right.
business. And I met you
Thank
a few
you.
times.
Good.
We went cross paths a few times before. You know, you even knew who I was. I just say, hey, you know, whatever.
Right.
And you always been cool. Always been genuine.
Always.
That's like your name.
I stay my
always
name.
been
genuine.
That's
I
why
mean-
I got the name. You know
Right.
what I mean? I wanted to always stay my name, and it's not an act. It's not a joke or anything.
Now you're the
That's
reason
who I
why
am as a
you're the
person.
reason why black people fuck up the name. I'm genuine.
Genuine.
Genuine. Yeah,
Something.
genuine. Yeah. Now you play genuine. Now the genuine. I'm genuine. Nigga.
No, it's Ginuwine. Just like it sounds. Yeah.
So let's go back to the concert now. You
let's
talk
do it.
about the draws on the stage. Give us the
Panty
craziest overture that a fan has walked up
Yes.
to you and
Everybody always say that. That's easy. In '98, somebody was in my hotel
Hotel?
room.
they were in your hotel room.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was-
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how she got in. I
It
think-
wasn't me.
Oh, you shaggy now.
Yeah, she was in there, and you know, I came in, and that was before I had, you know, the guards, like the bodyguards and
Right.
stuff. They check your room and everything. They,
Right.
long as I got in the room, they were fine.
Right.
They never thought to check the room.
Right.
Right.
So she came up, and I was like,
Where'd she pop up from though?
I know that probably scared the shit out of you.
Did you hit?
Yeah, exactly. That nigga what did you look like?
I know you did.
Yeah.
I know.
I said,
He was like, it's Christmas.
So I mean, that was in my wild days, man. You guys can't even imagine the things that happened to me with
You walk in the room as a girl
was
there.
#1. I was like,
no, I can't.
like a man. That was like a new Michael.
Well, here,
You know what I mean, for real, it was
he-
crazy.
Give us
it's
the,
not-
go ahead, Claudia.
No, there's not a lot of like good-looking singers or rappers out there,
Thank
so
you,
you're
babe.
one of the few.
Thank you, baby.
And then when your penis picture hit the internet,
Wait, what happened?
Why are you
I
so
knew you
curious
was
about
gonna
that, though, Steve? Hold on a second.
Wait, why we
no,
talking
he's
about
very,
Yeah,
he's,
talk about
he's
it.
blessed. It's 4 potatoes. It's 4 potatoes. One
potatoes?
What the
two
4 potatoes? Oh, what's 4 potatoes?
Which one? The Russell potatoes?
No,
or-
the big potatoes. Some skinny guys.
No.
Idaho.
Let us
Hey,
never
hey,
speak
now I'm
of this
getting
again.
shot.
Oh, my
So
God.
listen,
I'm
this
getting
isn't.
shot.
Listen, everyone saw the. Well,
I
most
did.
of us have seen the picture.
And I'm cool. I take your
Yeah,
word.
yeah, I'll take your word, baby. You good, it's good.
I take your word for it.
Yeah.
All over the
Let us
internet.
never
Ain't nobody
speak
trying
of
to
this
look with
again.
I hit him up. I was like, "Yo,
Hey,
really?"
what's going on?
He's like, "I trusted someone, and they sent him out." I was like, "Yeah."
Wow.
I was like, "But I said, I know you're not mad because it looks good. Like, it's not,
Right,
if it was little, you'd be like, that bitch."
Well, that was me. Mine hit the internet. It was a short post.
Right.
wow.
Didn't take long to upload.
Let us
One
never
light is
speak
one
of
light.
this
That was
again.
me.
So, G, tell me, how
Yes,
were
babe.
your what was in your inbox after that? Like, was
my
it
God.
flooded? Was it crazy after that?
I got messages from everybody.
Celebrities.
I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guys, girls, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys?
Of course. Look at them. They like that.
Hey guys, and they just I was like, come on, dog. No, you're barking up the wrong.
Wow,
tree
they're
right now.
bold.
Right.
You barking up
Shit,
the-
Take that, the booty.
Oh, hold on, real quick.
No.
I'm sorry. Claudia, no, they call me breaking news. I actually have some
Man,
breaking
that's a lot of
news.
meat.
Well,
Breaking news.
I have some breaking news.
Breaking news.
Got some breaking news.
Breaking news. Let it go.
Break on that topic. I
You go
got
to Stormy Daniels.
There's there is a report out that a guy who never says that he would ever wear a dress was seen wearing a dress on the Tom Joyner morning cruise. His name,
The Fantastic Voyage.
the
Call it by its right
Fantastic
name.
Voyage, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
We did see video and footage of Guy Torrey
Yeah.
wearing a dress.
Not wearing a dress.
Bullshit.
I would
Yes.
defend
Yes.
that.
Bing,
Wearing-
bing, 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 bing,
Is that a dress?
That is not a dress.
Where-
That's
is
not
that
a
what-
dress. That is not a dress. This is Mardi Gras. Let me explain.
That's
It was
a
It
mess.
was Mardi Gras night.
It's a mess.
That's a mess. That's not a dress. That's a mess.
It is a mess. It is a mess.
That is a mess.
A man dress. It was Mardi Gras night on the Fantastic Voyage. We had 70 theme nights. And I can dress up as one of my favorite comedians, Flip Wilson, who did the character Flip Wilson and Geraldine. There's a doll that I have, actually, a doll that has Flip Wilson on one side and Geraldine, the character he played on the other side.
remember
So
that.
the costumer, he showed up to the Fantastic Voyage with this split Geraldine on one side, and that's not a dress. I have pants on the other side. It's
you
not
have
just a
lipstick on
jacket.
your
It's a
lips?
long jacket.
Do you
I do
have-
have lipstick on my lips. I have a lot of lipstick on my lips. I kiss a lot of women. Well, I used to, not anymore, but I kiss
Did you
a lot of women.
apply your own lipstick?
I did not. They had that makeup artist. They had a costume or everything.
Okay, I see.
So
okay.
yeah, but if you really look at it,
You look like,
it looks like controversy. If you look at it, it looks like controversy Prince and dead Prince on the other side.
Oh,
What an afro when he died, he had an afro.
yeah.
So it looks like an afro on one side,
Afro up there, right there.
afro on that side, and then Prince controversy album. Remember Prince had that perm?
Yeah, of course.
It looked like Prince, dead Prince and old Prince.
All right.
Speaking of Prince, didn't you go to Prince's house before?
No, I didn't.
I thought you went. There's a story about him talking about you, and you did one of his songs or something.
Yeah, I did. When Doves Cry. I wanted
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
You know what? I always.
thought he flew you or
I
something.
always.
You thought what? You
respected-
say what? You slipped that in there. You
No, I
said-
said I thought he flew him out or something like that and talked to you about that. So that's another rumor.
No, that wasn't me. I know
That was
I know
Ginuwine,
who
not
that
Ginuwine.
was, though.
Oh, okay.
I think that was Cisco.
Oh,
Did he
thong,
do
thong,
one of his
thong,
songs?
thong.
Yeah, that
And
was
you guys all
Cisco.
came up together.
I think it was either
blonde hair, not baby
him
hair.
or
It's a
Michael.
mixture.
Blonde hair,
It was
not baby
him
hair.
or Michael.
it was you.
No, I mean, I met him one time at a club, and I always prided myself to make sure that I told the people that really made me want to do music.
Right.
I wanted to make sure that they knew it. So my first CD I did When Doves Cry by Prince, and then the second CD I did Michael Jackson, She's Out of My Life.
Out of my life. Yep.
Eh, But
As a tribute,
I
that's
should
hard.
have did vice versa because Michael Jackson was really first in my life.
Got it.
That, and then
I thought Jesus was first. in your
oh well,
life.
he is.
Oh, no.
Yeah, definitely. But one important thing that I wanted to do is to pay homage to those kings
yeah.
while they were here.
Who paid the way? Yeah,
You
that's
understand
smart.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
rather than wait.
So that's what I wanted to do. But I met him one time, Prince. I never met Michael. I did a show. I did a show in Minneapolis or wherever.
Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah, yeah. I jumped in that pool. But I did a show in one of those clubs, and he actually came.
Oh wow, okay.
Wow.
And it was so funny because this is real. This is a true story, right? I was like, oh man, I'm gonna meet
You get
Prince.
Prince to come out, man. That's
So Prince
amazing.
comes up to me. He was like, you know, I don't usually like people doing my music. It's like, come on.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
And then I was like, he was like, but you did an alright job.
See, we comedians can't do that.
I was
We can't. Steve and I both been on stage with
Hell
Richard
yeah.
Pryor in the audience, man. We can't go on stage with a Richard Pryor joke. It's like, you know, hey, you doing my joke, nigga.
Yeah, you can't.
Right.
Yeah, it's different for singers than it is comedians. We can't repeat.
See, that's
Oh
a
my
tribute to
God.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
But the funny part of that whole story is I can go longer than that. But the funny part of that
Prince,
whole
man.
story is somebody tapped me, right?
Right.
Yeah, like I was. This is Prince. He was like, oh, I don't know nothing. I was like, boom. Somebody tapped me. I was like, oh. And then boy, I turned around. That motherfucker was gone.
Oh,
I was like,
vanished.
The legend.
I was like, yo, he wired this whole club just for him. He could just disappear.
Yeah,
He
disappear.
could do whatever the
Was
hell
it
he
his
wanna
club?
do.
Because you had clubs
I
all
don't
over the
know.
place.
I don't know. It was just a club that he was supposed to play.
Yeah,
you know,
because
whatever.
Prince had a club here in downtown LA, Glam Slam.
Yeah.
And
Oh, right on the corner,
around-
like, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Really?
he used to go and like play, like that's where he tested out his music.
Really?
And I think the one in Minneapolis called
First
Vertigo.
Avenue.
Was it Vertigo?
No, First Avenue
First
was
Avenue.
the one he did the movie.
Yeah,
in.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain,
Yeah, but I think
yeah.
it was called Vertigo.
Yeah.
He had a club called Vertigo.
That's not the one that I went to. First
Okay,
Avenue.
He's
but
always
he
come-
had Paisley Park too. I
Right.
went to Paisley Park a year before he died.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was there.
But he used to come
went to
here
Paisley?
and rent
I
out
went
the
to Paisley
Roosevelt
Park, yeah.
and throw parties and play listening parties.
Roosevelt. The Roosevelt,
The
is
Roosevelt
a
Hotel.
hotel in Hollywood, which is a great hotel. With
And
like
he
the
would rent out the
A-listers.
whole hotel and just
Yeah.
have a listen session. Yeah.
Shouts
Yeah.
to shouts
Yeah.
to
Prince,
Prince.
Rest in
man.
peace,
And
brother.
Michael
You,
Jackson
brother.
is your favorite artist.
Michael Jackson is first, and then it's everybody from Jackie Wilson, Nat King Cole,
Marvin.
Prince, Marvin, all of the showstoppers. You
So
know
let
what
me
I'm
ask you a question. Why didn't you take to like go on the go-go route? Because you're from DC.
Well, I
Go-go
did.
music is you did.
I was in a group called Physical.
Oh, that's
Wonder.
what we talked about earlier.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
mean, as far as like going,
trying to
Yeah.
do it
Nigga,
more.
you want
Yeah.
to make a lot of money.
After the butt.
Poquito. But you know what? You know what it was? It was like I really wanted to be a national artist. You know
right?
what I mean, and
Because
then
go-go was so local.
Yeah, it's very local.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
No, not at all.
Right.
But we call it the DMV. That's where we're
Right.
from. That's District of
Columbia,
Maryland,
and
Virginia.
Virginia,
Right.
So that was pretty much where it was.
lived
Yeah.
and stayed.
Is it still popping there?
Yeah.
Yeah, go-go. Yeah, they had it
Absolutely.
every year
That's
Yes.
our music.
on the
Yeah.
cruise.
That's where you got Chuck Brown,
Brown.
EU,
EU.
Essence, Junkyard Band,
Yeah.
Physical Wonder. You have so many groups
On the Tom Joyner cruise on the Fantastic Voyage, they have a go-go room.
Oh,
and they have bands
and,
come.
and you know
Chris Paul and Huggy Lowdown host that room.
What's the girl's name?
Oh.
She's like a like she's from Philly. Not Jasmine Sullivan.
Jill Scott?
Jill Scott.
Jill
Yeah,
Scott.
Jill
yes.
Scott, yeah.
She
Love
did
Jill
a
Scott.
go-go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Love
She
Jill
did,
Scott.
and she did good.
That's the
Yeah.
time to
Real
find some
good.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
need some out. I
Yeah.
love
So
Jill
talk
Scott.
about
Put out and you fight some
Yeah. She always got food references in her songs though. Every song got either grits or gravy or greens or she cooking or something. I like that. I like it when we
Stop
got
talk about what she
Stop
knows.
it.
Go ahead, Claudia.
Gee, when you started out with some of the greats and
Yes.
people that are no longer with us, Aaliyah
Jodeci.
and
Oh,
Jodeci
yeah.
and
Yeah,
Missy Elliott and that whole crew of people, like the whole crew is solid and so
Yes.
talented.
Yeah.
Talk about how you started with those people. Like I know, weren't you like roommates with Devontae or one of them?
Yeah. Nah, I was. You
Like
know what?
long time ago, of course.
Yeah, no. What it was like I was a aspiring artist as a youngin. You know, they came.
That's a DC thing.
They came
Youngin.
to town and they were on tour with MC Hammer,
Oh,
Boyz
shit.
II Men,
Wow.
and them.
This is how you got started.
Yes, and so I followed them. I was a little groupie, I guess, but I followed them to the
Little roadie,
hotel.
little roadie.
Yeah. I followed them to the hotel, and I was like, I don't care. I'm I want to see somebody. I want them to hear me sing, watch me dance.
That's
and all
just
that.
hunger, man.
So,
How about that?
one of the girls from 7669, Big Angie, they called her,
Okay.
and you couldn't get into the hotel without
Going past Big Angie.
You couldn't get in the hotel without a key card. So
Oh,
she was
got it.
leaving, and she gave me her card because I sung for her and danced, and she was like, "You need to meet somebody."
Oh wow.
That's
So
hot.
I always shout her out, man. So,
Wow, that's great.
So I finally got into the hotel, and Devontae was playing the piano and all that kind of stuff, and everybody was
shades on.
So he just kept looking at me, and he was playing the piano. He was like, and my boy was with me. I was like, oh man, I don't know what's up. He was with this dude, man. So he stopped playing, and he came over to me. He was like, do you sing or something? I was like, yeah, man, I sing. You know, I'm trying to get on, whatever. He's like, come on over to the piano. Dope. So I came over to the piano, and then he started playing Stay. And I started singing Stay. And the girl started screaming and all that kind of stuff. And so he grabbed me literally like, come on, let's go upstairs. And he introduced me to his manager, Steve Lucas. And he was like, this is gonna be my first male artist off my new
wow.
Just like that? Right. Oh, wow. So it was called the Swing Mob. So the next week I met Missy and I met Timbaland because they were already traveling. So he had got Missy and he had got Timbaland and Magoo and all them already.
Right. Oh, man.
So he told me to come to, I think it was VA or whatever, Virginia Beach, and then that's when we all met. Right. So I quit my job, and he was like, yo, just come up here with me, man, live in the house. So it was me, Timbaland, Magoo, Static Major, rest in peace. He the one that wrote Pony. So Anxious and Same OG.
Pause real quick. What was your job you quit?
I was working in a mailroom. I was the mail guy.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I had 3 jobs. I was working
Jamaican.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. I was working in the mail room, and then I was doing canvassing for my stepdad.
He had a job for every ethnicity he's inside him.
You understand? So I was always a worker. You feel me? Yeah. So
Static and
Static, Tweet.
Oh yeah.
Tweet from Rochester, ain't she?
No, she's not. I don't know where Tweet.
I thought she was from VA too.
But all of us, man. Magoo, Timbaland, Tweet, me, Static, Boogeyman. He didn't really come out though.
Magoo had that voice.
Magoo, yeah.
You still cool with all of them?
Oh yeah.
They're
my people.
What about TGT? That's what I want to hear. What about TGT?
What more do you want from me? We're gonna
go right into it.
Not happening.
Come on now. It was 3 and y'all was brothers.
Who was it? It was Ginuwine and Tyrese,
you know
right?
What? The funny thing about that was Tyrese was the best man at my wedding, man.
I heard his feet stink on tour. Is that true? Did he mess up the tour bus? His feet stink? Is that what you heard? Like he laughing. That's the truth.
Listen, G is not going to talk bad about anybody. I'll do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead,
So I'll do it. This is a group of three stars. Yeah. And people are there to see Ginuwine. They're there to see Tank, and they're there to see
Tyrese.
Ginuwine sold the most albums of all of them. Right. So when you're talking music, Ginuwine is the biggest star. Now this is public knowledge, so I can say it, right? Right. Now on the tour, Tyrese wanted more money than the rest of them. He didn't want to split it 3 ways, but he wanted to split the expenses 3 ways. Am I supposed to say that? So
I just asked y'all, is that right?
It's not right.
So if you want 2 grown ass men to split 50%. And then you get a whole chunk, 50% yourself. But when it comes to the bills, you want to do a third. Fuck that. You was in your right. And I got your back on that.
And
sounds like a businessman.
No, I called her.
And
I called her. I was like, shorty, listen, this is what's happening. Nobody knows this, but this is what's happening. Because she was mad at me. She was like, why you letting him do that? I was like, this is what it is. Is this right? I was like, am I wrong to say I'm not doing the one?
But be honest. Would you have signed that deal if his feet didn't stink?
See, here's the thing, Tyrese.
I'm saying, think about it. Just
that's
perspective.
And I get that.
I just tell him to keep it to himself. Put some socks on.
I get people are probably in his ear because he's done the movies, but this movies has nothing to do with the R&B, the music. This is music, and there's a lot of money that was lost by all of them
left on the table
by not going on tour, like millions of dollars. I don't. You told me the amount. Millions. I don't know if you want me to say it.
No, don't say it.
But it was a lot of money that they all. And the sad thing is, Ginuwine and Tank. Pretty much, they've done some acting, but their main source of income is music.
Right.
So when you do that to them, that's fucked up. And Tyrese, you a talented brother. Like, yes. It's not like no one's trying to take nothing from you because you are dope. You are dope. But like, what's fair is fair, and what's right is right, and what's wrong is fucking wrong. You don't make grown ass men pay their share, but not receive their share. Why? What's the motivation for that? That's shitting on you guys, and I don't think that's right.
Maybe he was buying soap for his feet.
But you know what? The thing is, you being the biggest star musically, you could easily been the person, and you never did, and you're humble, and I don't like that shit. So I got.
But that happens in a.
She went on me so hard, but you know what? What happened was
fuck that shit.
This is what people don't understand. Like in we started this. We tried to do it in 2007.
Okay.
And I was, doing my thing, and I never even thought to think to not split it equally. I just didn't think
it's
that
like
way.
it's
I didn't think that
y'all
way.
fam.
Y'all ain't backup
and
singers.
then I called my big homie Keith Sweat, and I was like, dude,
Genuine
and I said, am I bugging? He was like, hell no.
Fuck no.
He was like,
He
I
sweat
could have
about
did
that
the same
business.
thing, but nah, y'all supposed to split it equally if y'all coming together, because I felt like you don't get in a group to say you're solo.
Right.
But you're nobody.
You get in a group to say, okay, everything that's in the group, we are equal.
And you're nobody's background singer, so fuck that.
Absolutely.
No.
But that's why we haven't done it again, and we probably won't do it again,
Man, that was
especially
such a
now
good group mix,
from some information that I got from my little brother Tank. So that's probably not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
But
But I am working with my brother
But
Tank.
what did Tank say? So Ginuwine.
And did Tank did the nigga have on a shirt? I ain't never seen Tank with a goddamn shirt on. That nigga always walking around flexing his muscles.
Hey, that boy be working. Hey, listen. Hey, if you work
It's a
out
good
that
show,
much,
though,
if
man.
you work out that much, you
show
better
it.
show it. You better show it. And that boy stay in the
That's
gym,
why I keep
man.
my shirt on.
I'm proud of him. You know what?
I'm built terrible.
I'm so proud of him because he was my first background singer.
Oh wow.
I
Didn't
brought,
know that.
I brought him in the game. You know what I mean? And,
Wow.
and
Did not know that.
He was like my first background
And
singer.
he seems, and he's done the right thing. He stayed humble as well.
Absolutely. Tank is another one that's always cool.
Always. So,
Absolutely.
So I mean, to see him do the New Edition,
Man, he killed that
movie
role,
and,
too,
man.
and all that
That's
stuff.
hot,
I
right.
was
Killed
like,
that
yeah,
role.
I was sitting in the front of the movie like, yeah,
Hell yeah.
And you've been doing some more acting on plays and stuff like that. And I like to see you in some, and you played a stripper in Chocolate City.
You played a stripper in a play?
I'm doing a little sham, but
You should
know,
do more of
I
that.
love it. You know, it's fun. It's fun for me now. I was just telling the homie right there. At this point, I'm just doing it because it's fun and I'm
about
enjoying
that?
myself.
That's key.
You feel
How
what I'm
about
saying?
that?
Because when you go to a job and you really don't like that job, you're not enjoying yourself. My job, I love. I don't.
Absolutely.
I'm not competing. You know, I'm not trying to be. If I do a song and it becomes #1, great. Everything.
Right.
But I'm doing it because I love it.
Love what you do.
And when you do that, everything else just falls into place.
And then this
that's-
year we got to see you in more reality TV.
Right. See, like, and that was my first time doing reality TV.
Big Brother,
Big
UK,
Brother
and then
first, yep. And then I did the Your Husband's Cheating on Us. And so I really
Wait.
didn't.
What's it called?
I really thought about that first, but then I was like, you know what? This is something different. This is not about drinks being thrown on you. This is not about people fighting.
doing
like
a play,
that.
prepping to do a play.
It's a prepping for a play. Period. And I was like,
Did you
that
know
could be
who else was
interesting.
going to be on it before you did the play?
No, I did. I knew one.
So
Yeah.
were you surprised when you got there and you're like,
No.
Let's see. Let's hear names. Let's not
me.
speaking.
You know me. I take it as it comes. Like you're not. I'm seasoned in this business, so
Yeah.
I answer whatever you ask me.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to give nobody power over me. So I answer it head on. You know what I mean? It's like, cool. That's what they say. Let's get it out. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
How'd
So
you feel about reality TV? Did you like?
I didn't really like it at first,
Yeah.
but then when I saw what that was made up of, I was like,
You were okay with
that's
it?
interesting.
Would you do more?
If it's right. If it's right.
I got a show idea for you.
I got another show out there
we
for you too.
We talked about it
Hey,
already.
man, we're gonna do this.
All right, hey, hold on. We're gonna take a break and we're gonna come right back with
Yeah,
more
baby.
Unstable
Genuine
live with
Genuwine.
Genuwine.
with a W.
Back on it, Mike Hill. Back
Yeah.
on Unstable
We
with
back
Steve
in here.
Wilson, Guy Torrey, Claudia Jordan, Genuwine still in the house.
We in the building,
they had
baby.
to have a little bit of a break because Claudia came in here with some lasagna. Now the last time
And shut it
she
down.
made lasagna for a guest,
She had to massage that nigga's scalp.
It led to a stalker situation.
I'm mad. Who's in that? Who's in that?
No.
He gonna be mad
No,
too.
let us
He
never
said-
speak of
No,
him.
fuck
So,
him. He sent
It wasn't somebody special like you.
Okay.
He sent Claudia
What
65,000 text messages after the first date.
And
Somebody bid at an auction to win the experience with us to come sit in on the show. We didn't know him. So part of the experience was I would make a lasagna and brought it to the show. And I was joking around. I said I would grease his scalp. He took that seriously and he kept saying, when we gonna complete that second
Yeah,
part
he
of the
ain't
bet?
right.
And the nigga had ringworm all in his scalp.
and he said he's gonna take him to your
Yeah.
concert too.
He offered. Oh yeah.
I
Tell
did
him
off-
to stay where he is.
I did offer him 2 tickets to your concert, so I might
No,
do
tell him to stay where he is. He's all right.
He offered Claudia's mother 2 goats for her hand.
He didn't have ringworm though. He didn't have ringworm. I put that on. I put that. That's a little extra. I
2
put on.
ghosts for
Genuine, have you ever
I'ma
had
still say fuck him.
your scalp grease?
You can say whatever you want about that nigga. He lied on me talking about the cops. Remember that shit? So say whatever you want about him.
Oh my God.
Does that feel good?
I don't want to have to whoop a nigga ass.
Yeah. It definitely. Yeah. See, I can't even get
What
it out.
feels the best?
It definitely feels good.
Okay, if someone was gonna be a lover, like what would like feel the best to you? Like, what's your favorite thing to do?
Massage.
Sexually?
Massage.
No,
Come on,
sexually.
man. Hey,
Sexually.
nigga.
This is for the girls that's listening.
Sexually,
Yeah, what's your shit?
I could say what I want to
Nigga,
say.
whatever.
Head.
Of course I could say that.
Dick sucking. What else would I say?
Did you hear how he asked the question? He asked the question like, nigga, I can say whatever.
Say Disney?
You like head?
Yeah, like, what
You
the-
like head better than coochie?
No, absolutely
No.
But
Genuine.
it's just
But it's more intimate. Head is more
a
intimate.
great
No, head over a condom. I take head over fucking with a condom.
I got a question
Yeah,
for you, Ginuwine,
yeah,
when it comes to
yeah,
that.
yeah.
How do you
Boom.
tell? How do you
Boom.
tell? How do you guys? How do you tell a woman that she doesn't give good head, but you still want to receive head?
Smack the shit out of him.
How do you do
Fit them
that?
teeth.
How do you do that?
How do you do
Here's what you do. Here's what you do. You log on to Pornhub and be like, baby, look at that.
I don't know. Steve has a plethora of porn sites. Which one should you log
Really?
on to?
Oh yeah, Clitty.
That's his
you go,
favorite
You go to
one.
Clitty. It's CLITI.com.
Well, you better go to
right?
8th Street,
But no,
Latino.
but hold on, no. It's like kayak.
Oh my god.
It's like that's on there. It's like,
Pornhub.
NudeAfrica.com.
let me tell you something. I want you to think of any,
Everybody's talking. Everybody's talking. Go ahead.
any fetish you got right now. Think of it.
I don't really have a fetish.
If you think of it, it's on there.
Whatever,
It's
genuine.
whatever's on there.
We all got some
Don't get
type
me
of fetish.
talking.
I just like to
I know your
get
secrets.
it. I like to get it.
Okay,
She knows what the
people
bodies
who
are
like to
buried.
fuck to My Little Pony. It's on there.
There it is.
Yeah.
So there it is.
You don't have a fetish?
A fetish?
Yeah, fetish.
I like to eat coochie.
Yeah.
But
Is that a fetish?
Oh shit. That time.
this shit just got-
that time you.
What the fuck?
Claudia said.
I'm not gonna help you answer the questions, but I know.
Though, a fetish?
Never mind.
See, Claudia,
What,
that
you lick
messy
between
ass
toes?
Like that I do to a woman?
motherfucker.
With you, something that you really like.
I like receiving head.
Okay.
See, I like giving vaginal exercises more than receiving
I
head.
love
honestly.
giving vaginal. Please put
I'm a
that down
vegetarian.
there.
I'm a vegetarian.
Vaginal
So,
exercise.
like
Yes,
to
I
sit
caught
in
that.
the
You peeped
chair.
that, Mike.
Vaginal tongue exercises.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tongue fucking.
She
tongue
does what
fucking
she does.
So you love to give head, to guy.
to women.
Right.
I was-
Let's make it clear.
We would assume that.
He did have the dress on. I'm just
yeah,
saying. The Geraldine part, like to give
It
head.
was
And
a
you're not,
long
you,
dress
you're
shirt
not big on that with a lot. Like you're not big on that.
What?
Giving head.
to women.
To women.
Of course. Words get twisted. Words get
Y'all
twisted.
do realize
I don't
this is
I don't
unstable,
like-
not jail,
Yeah, I
right?
don't
But still.
like when a woman says head
Yeah,
because
it doesn't
we
sound
think
right.
it's that's man.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
eating
yeah.
coochie.
We say
Eating
lip
coochie.
service.
There you go. Eating coochie.
Coochie.
You're
Yeah.
not, there's not a
Right.
lot of women out there that can say that you've done that. Is what I'm saying. Because you
Absolutely
talked about that. You said there's not a lot of women. You can count them.
Absolutely not. And
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
But he's a king like DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled said he doesn't have to give head. Remember
Absolutely.
So I must be a court jester. Nigga.
It's
You know
very,
why
it's
DJ
very
Khaled doesn't have,
few that can
you know
say
why
that.
DJ Khaled doesn't have to eat pussy? Because he ate everything else. Look at his, look at his big ass. God damn it. What the fuck? Hey,
How you gonna eat?
Because
How
they
you gonna
jello,
eat?
that's
Yeah.
why.
How you gonna eat pussy if you had a whole pizza, nigga?
That's crazy. He brags about not eating coochie of his own wife. Like,
Oh, whoa. Wow.
I don't even see how that's
I
hot.
don't want nothing to do with that. Next question.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with that.
He might produce one of his songs. He ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, this is my time. I don't want nothing to do with
okay,
that.
next question. So you're working on some new music now. The fans been
Yes.
wanting this for a long time, so you're getting back
Yes.
out there. Are you
Nice.
inspired now to write?
Yes, a little bit. You know what? This tour has truly inspired me to write and get back into the studio. I'm working with my brother Tank. I'm working with Missy. I'm working.
Wow.
Dope.
It's a good team.
Trying to get my brother Timberland back in there.
Oh.
And you know what? I really want to, work with a lot of the young cats that's coming up. Although I don't want to be rapping like
Right.
I'm not gonna do that. But you still have to incorporate that in what you are.
Yeah, some millennial bullshit gotta be in
No,
there.
but see, hold on.
And that's what I don't like really. Like I liken myself to Charlie Wilson.
An artist.
But he's still here, and the thing about it with him, he's still selling out arenas.
But here's the thing. I have
You
to
gotta stay
embrace.
true to your generation.
I've
really.
embraced these new generation. At first, I was like, "Oh, what's
I
this
did
other
too.
rap?"
I
But
did
I have to
too.
embrace it because
I
you
did
know
too.
what? These young cats found a way in.
Nigga,
They
it's their
found a
world
way in,
now.
and they found their money.
I
Get that
embrace
money.
them, but
yeah,
I definitely embrace them, but I don't
That's
give
not
that,
your
that
style.
much credence to them where that if you're doing what they're doing, then you're hot. No,
I see what
I'm
you're
staying
saying.
true to my generation.
Okay, in that regard, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
You respect it, but
I
it's
don't want
not
to
you.
be the 40-plus-year-old guy trying to look 18 and trying to say, I'm
It's
not
like
doing that.
it can hurt you. Remember what happened with MC Hammer? He
I'm
tried to
not
take a
doing
lane that really
I'm
wasn't.
not
He tried to do like the
doing
that.
gangster rap thing, and it kind of people
and that's
turned
what
on him.
happens when you're an artist and you try to reach a genre that's not
for
not
what?
you.
For what?
You risk
You look
losing
like-
your base
yeah.
and missing them. Now
For
your ass
what?
out.
Like
So
when
right,
the Time
I feel you.
did that song "I'm Trending," we was like, "Come on, man, y'all, come on, man, y'all know the goddamn well y'all ain't trending."
But I will
Stop
say
it,
this.
nigga.
I will say this. If you go download the new Temptations album, Temptations all
The
the
new
time.
one?
They
The
are
new one.
not.
No, they're not doing that, but they did
I'm
covers.
saying,
They did covers of Sam Smith, The Weeknd,
Okay.
Michael Jackson,
Okay.
and I tell you, it's a good fucking
Right,
album.
right,
It's a
right,
great
right,
album.
right.
Otis Williams, man, they
Ain't
do
nobody come see you, Otis.
Ain't they right?
Yo,
He said that really happened, too.
movie, dog.
It's a great movie. That's
Temptations
funny.
all the time.
Shout out to
Hey,
Leon.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Right.
So new music. You're acting. You've
new
been touring
music,
around. You
acting,
just finished a tour with the '90s Block
I
Party.
just finished the '90s Block Party. We're actually getting on the second leg, probably in October.
Who's in that group? I mean, on that tour.
It's Teddy Riley.
Nice.
We do Jagged Edge, 112, myself. Next, and then we swap out Monica and Tank.
So Guy.
and Keith Sweat.
So Guy,
Guy,
Just-
yeah.
Sometimes
Guy,
Aaron and
Guy,
Damien.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
Aaron-
which
Aaron
guy?
and Damien. Aaron and
Okay,
Damien, no, the guy, not Blackstreet.
Okay, not
me.
Blackstreet, right.
Guy, yeah.
Because that's how I got my middle name is Guy. My first name is Robert. I started going by Guy because in college when they came out, all the women like Guy. I said, that's my middle name.
Nice.
I'm gonna start
Really?
using my middle name.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
started using Guy.
Yeah.
Because of the
For
group.
real? I didn't know that.
Guy
Yeah.
Tory became Guy Tory because of pussy.
Right.
That's a pussy. Exactly.
Right.
Now you RGE. I'm a pussy.
Attention. Yes. All right. That's good.
Yeah.
You were smart.
And the
it
show-
worked, didn't it?
It worked.
The
Absolutely.
show was really good, and then during next performance, a guy was able to propose to his woman on stage,
Really?
and it was like a nice moment.
So they did that song.
Probably get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
What
A guy proposing to you on stage, would you want
would
to be in a
love-
public forum like that?
Yeah, I would love that. I would love
Really?
it. Yeah, I would
Wow.
love a grand gesture. Girls like attention. So,
Absolutely.
You know
I
what I'm
did.
saying? Like knowing that everyone's watching, like that's like letting the world know, like girls love
That you
public
off the
acknowledgement.
market.
Like it's like letting the world know. All right, bitches, but this is who I want to be with.
Right.
Like,
It's
You
funny
got to
because-
know she's gonna say yes.
Right,
I-
because
I-
you said
I
that.
did it on Jay
You
Leno.
said that though because I've actually had quite a few proposals on my show with differences.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So many
Love that
guys
song.
was like
Really?
like they've won
Hell yeah,
radio
my whole
contests,
life has changed. Nigga,
radio
you
contests,
speaking.
and then they come in and they was like, okay, I want to propose, and I'm like, and I'm looking at them like, you better hope she say
Nigga.
yeah. You know what I mean? So
See, I knew my when I was married, I proposed on the Tonight Show, but I knew she was gonna say yes. Yeah,
I was
flew out
watching it
here-
that night too.
I flew out here from St. Louis and I promoted. I did the Tonight Show, but I knew she was gonna say
How'd you
yes.
know
She
she was
didn't
gonna say
know.
yes?
Because we had talked about it.
right,
Okay.
right.
No,
Because
he
I-
knew because he had got his teeth fixed. That's how he knew she was gonna say yes. Don't lie.
So you write all your music pretty much that you've written has been based on stuff that you're going through. Would you say that?
Let's clarify the music. I don't do music. I write lyrics.
Well, I'm saying
Ooh,
you're
yeah.
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, you don't write
that
the
because
music.
people,
Yeah.
Clarify.
I do not do no music and play
But
The
the
producers
boards.
do the
But
music.
the lyrics and the words to the love songs,
lyrics,
it's all
yes,
from
yeah.
your life.
He's a songwriter.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I know you weren't inspired for a while, but now you're feeling good about things,
I'm
and you want to
feeling-
like get back. And I remember being like, "Yo, when you gonna do some?"
I
shit?
know.
You're like,
I
don't
know.
want-
You
like,
always tell me, but it's one
I
of those
still want my
things.
Claudia
where-
song. I'm sorry.
I got you, shorty. But
What rhymes
it's
with
one of
lasagna?
those things where you got to really like feel it because I don't want to cheat my supporters that's been with me for 20 some years.
And plus, that's
Absolutely.
why people
That's your
feel it so
base.
much because it is based on something. It's not like you're
Right.
not singing someone's like empty words. Like you felt
Right,
that shit.
Right.
Like
right,
Donald
right,
Trump.
Right. Oh, yuck.
We all said it
But the
together.
thing about that is,
He's loyal to his base.
like people better stop, thinking about that a lot. Let that man do them 4 years because you don't want Pence in there.
You don't want any of them motherfuckers.
You don't want Pence.
You don't
in
want
there.
you don't want Ryan in there either. Paul
Honestly,
Ryan.
because honest and true, Trump to me, he's truly a Democrat. Actually,
He is.
was.
Yeah, he was.
He
He
was.
used to really be a public Democrat.
You don't want Pence in there.
So let me ask you a
Trump's a
question.
fucking
Let that man-
opportunist.
I actually want him impeached too, but
Right.
He's an opportunist. What the fuck he is? He gonna say whatever the dollar goes.
No, he's one of those guys that I don't really think he's even a racist. I think one color matters to
Disagree
him.
with you on that one.
and that's green.
I disagree with you on that one. He's told Claudia personally, don't mess with black men.
He told me not to waste my time with black men because they don't have any money. But he also had a lot of
But
black.
that's that business.
And then he had a lot of
shit.
black
That's
friends
that-
at the time.
That's not business.
And he was,
That's whack. It's whack to say. Yeah, you're right. You're
racism.
Right. But that I'm like, and I'm not with him. Fuck him.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I'm
Right.
totally not good.
How you think about Kanye's situation?
Yeah. Oh.
Now, mind you, he's sick now.
I think one of the things that happened with Ye was he thought he was gonna come on that show and wasn't nobody gonna step
Of
to
course.
him, question him. You know what I mean? Because you know artists and all that kind of stuff. But when
Van
stepped to
Van
Van,
stepped to
I was
him,
like, ooh, finally
And Van had
somebody
facts, man.
jumped. Yeah, because you can't say something like that. Now that was stupid to say.
and you're,
Because that hurt his feelings. You can tell that shit hurt that
R.
guy.
The R. Kelly situation.
R. Kelly situation, you know what? I did a song with the homie. He did Hell Yeah for me. And, you know, a song is a song. But if you are guilty of something like that, you need to do your time. You need to get, you know.
Hell of an artist, man.
You know what?
You need
Why
to be
y'all
in
made
trouble.
that song when
Now-
y'all took breaks? He went and peed on somebody.
Now,
You know that, right?
that's crazy, man. Like me, I take that to heart. That's why I didn't fuck with him any.
Right.
Because I got 7 girls. You feel me?
and Ginuwine is
Okay.
an
And I'm a
amazing
daddy.
father.
You know
Like
what I mean?
he's
I'm
a real
dad.
hands-on.
So I don't
take issue with
I don't
that.
fuck with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I heard that, I was like, but the thing about it, when you come in contact with geniuses,
He a genius too.
Yeah, he is.
just is.
They weird. They
And
fucked
they're
up.
weird.
Yeah, they weird, man. They fucked
and
up.
that doesn't give them a pass. But
No.
it's just,
Right.
It's just they're weird.
And
It
his,
used to be
and his situation in a GQ article, he said he was molested, I think, from age 6 or 7 to like he was 13.
And
or
hurt
something.
people hurt people.
And that whole thing.
He definitely needs help, man.
No, he needs
We
help.
all do, but he definitely needs his
He
help.
needs it in a different way. Though.
Right.
We all need help. You know what I mean? I go through depression, like when my mom and my dad
artists,
died,
yeah.
and you know artistry and all that kind of stuff. Like I went through my little phase.
Did you go to therapy?
People don't get that.
You
That's
know what?
hard.
I got saved in 2005, and that pretty much was my therapy.
Do you
Amen.
think you ever would like want to maybe go to therapy? I think a lot of us need it. And
I know I need it.
I'm saying like black people, like a lot of times we're so anti-therapy
Right.
because it's a taboo. So we think it's like because like black people are supposed to be so strong,
Right.
And we are.
and we are, but we take on a lot of things that we shouldn't have to deal
Right.
with by ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
go to therapy. I
it's
go to therapy
nothing-
now,
you
and
need
it's
it.
good
It's
for you. No, I
nothing-
do need it. I'm
There's
crazy.
nothing wrong with saying I'm wrong.
I need
was
help.
wrong. I need
Oh,
help.
and I
There's
need help.
nothing wrong with
Listen,
that.
I'm depressed as fuck right now.
Why, dude?
As fuck right
Why
now.
though?
Yeah, I mean, it's
He has
I'm
a
not
couple
even
of
joking.
friends that died.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
family
know.
members.
Family
All in like
members.
the last 2 weeks, it's like
Yeah.
it's a lot of shit going on.
Let me tell you something
with me
about
and my
that, though.
lady. Then you got
Okay.
your finances, and like
Right.
one moment you're hot, and the next moment you're not.
Right.
It's just a
You
lot of
hot?
shit going on.
But let me tell you something about that.
Right.
Like
Bullshit out,
depression is a state within in itself, and you got to bring yourself out of it.
Right.
You can't say I'm depressed and not want to do anything about it.
Exactly.
So you have to surround yourself with the positive people, like your
Right.
crew
No, I
right
do.
here.
That's
You know
the
what
main
saying?
reason I'm here right now.
And the first thing is you admitting it. You just admitted it.
Oh, nigga,
A lot of
I'll
people
be the
hold
first-
that
no,
shit in.
hell,
No,
man,
for real. Like a lot of people hold that shit in. My dad shot himself in the head.
Let me tell you something. I'm
understand?
47 years
So-
old, and this is like one of the first times that I've cried. So I know
Right,
something's
right,
off, and I'm like, wait a minute, okay.
right. You
Something
gotta
ain't-
let that shit out.
first of all, it shouldn't be your first time that you've ever cried.
Right.
Well,
We
not
talked
the
about that
first
last
time, but
time.
like one of the, like
You gotta let that
probably in
shit
like
out, dog.
20
Shit out, dude.
years.
I need black men, especially. I mean, white men too, but right now I'm concerned about black men.
Yeah.
Like, it's not weakness when you cry.
Right.
And it's a human
I
thing.
cry on stage.
It's a human thing to do. But when you don't do that, like, that's releasing toxins when you cry. That's releasing
Absolutely.
stress. And that's why y'all are dying like 10 years younger than black
That's
women.
why we got guts.
and, and all these kind of things.
that
So
toxin.
fellas, when
Let it out, brothers. Let it out, brothers. I let
But
it out
how?
on stage.
How do you let it out though?
I
How?
let it out on
You-
stage. It's certain situations like when I'm differences. Sometimes my daughter for the first time.
there you go.
She's 17 and she did a show with me in Atlanta.
Oh, nigga, that's gonna make you cry.
And this was the first time I did a show when she was dancing for me. I cried my eyes
Wow,
out.
proud.
I didn't
Wow.
give a fuck.
Proud
about
to
that.
you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
okay.
what you got to do. A real man does cry. It's
Absolutely.
the fake guy that does it.
I scared the shit out of that nigga the other day.
You got to let that shit out.
I just called him just because he's my dude. I just called him and tell
right.
him thank you.
And
Because something
you-
went down. You know, but I lost two family members in 1 week,
Right.
so I was a little emotional.
Right.
So I called him to tell him thank you for some other
But
shit
it wasn't
that
like
he
a
did.
thank you. It was like a man, thank you, man.
Right.
And I
Thank
said,
you,
just
thank
think.
you.
gotta do that,
And he was
though.
like, he was like, what? Then I hung
Listen,
up.
I tell my brothers, I love them. after every text, and one of
I
my
ain't gonna go that
close.
far,
No, I do,
No,
man. I do.
Not his brother.
You know why? You know why? Because
hilarious.
I love
brothers
him,
need that. Brothers need that, man. It's a lot of times what you
Hell
say, like
yeah.
your father and all that kind of stuff. Kids need that. We too macho sometimes and not.
that's all
I
bullshit.
love my brothers. Like my boy Q from 112. Love that.
I just
dude.
texted him the other day
Love that
because
dude.
now because
You understand?
the group is 56. They ain't
Right.
112 no more.
Yeah,
It's only half of them.
yeah. And I'm trying to talk to him about not doing that.
Yeah,
Get
like
back
New
together,
Edition
man.
again.
Yeah.
Come on, Mike.
Man, we gotta stop.
Come on, Slim.
That's
Come on,
what's
Q.
that's what's missing in our generation. You gotta understand, our generation came up, our parents or whatever came up in the crack era and all that kind of
Mine's
stuff.
older, so
Older, a little
damn near
older.
slavery. My parents came up
Right.
with
So
civil rights.
We missed a lot of that, and the parents, like, I talked to this young cat. I was like, when the last time y'all did a family reunion?
Right.
And they be like, what?
Right. It's a different generation,
Like,
man.
wow. What do you mean what? So it's like we dropped the ball, kind of. Like our generation, kind of. So
And it's sad seeing like the state of music right now. Like that's why people that's why shows like y'all's are sold out. People are craving
Real
love
music.
and people being open to
'Cause it's
embrace
medicine.
feelings
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. Like we have all this music in the club, like with these rappers that are new, and it's like everyone wants to pretend they don't need a girl, fuck bitches, fuck love,
And
it
get
ain't
money.
cool. And like why is it cool to not want someone that you're supposed to be with?
Right.
And all this kind of stuff. So when you go around pretending to be like this, that you're a shell of a human
Right.
being,
Right.
and you're repressing all your emotions.
Yes.
You're not able to ever show them. And then when you do, you're weak, you're whack, you're corny. No, that is a real human being. And you want to do that shit if you want to. Have a stroke, like you said last week. Have a heart attack, age.
We have to break that cycle.
People that are
we
like
gotta break that cycle.
people that are okay with their emotions. They look younger.
Yep.
I'm about to go leave here and cry right now.
But they're,
Shit.
but they're lighter.
Do it.
And Steve, you have a support system. You have
Yes.
a really
I know.
good.
Listen,
Hold on.
Claudia called me today, and I
Really?
appreciate the fuck out of it. I don't, it's just out of the blue. She called me, and me and G met here an hour early to me, and we just talked. I appreciate you, motherfuckers, because I listen. I'm
gotta do that, bro. You gotta let that loose.
And you got a great
That
woman.
is-
You have
I know.
a fantastic. I used to joke around about her because she's Asian. I'm like, why she not do my nails yet or whatever. You have a great woman.
DACA.
You really do. So don't ever feel weak if you have a moment where you're vulnerable. Because hold on, you guys.
Hey, and I'm
Yes,
your
yes.
brother too. You want to call me? Dog. I've been there. I've
There's
been
not-
through divorce. I've been through
too.
my mom and my dad dying.
Hashtag
week
me
after
too.
another. Man, listen, I've been there. So
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. And I used to be like that too. And I would be the strong one for all my friends. And what was I doing? I felt like I had an ulcer. I had to end up getting on medication for depression. I wanted to kill myself, and I almost did it. So like, you don't want to get to that point because you never know. There's someone right here that could like talk to you and make you see things in a different way. I have a friend that I was the last person she talked to, and she ended up killing herself. She hung herself, and it was fucked up. And like your shit, Steve, you're dope as shit. I would tell you, you're underrated. You're funny. You're a very nice person. And a lot of
Definitely
comedians
underrated.
are crazy as fuck and angry, and you're not. Like you have a very giving, caring spirit. You really do. Don't cry. You about to cry? No.
Yeah, that's
no,
what I'm saying.
No,
Go
no,
to commercial.
That's no problem.
You
No
said
problem,
go
man.
to-
Let it go. Let it go.
Actually, don't not cry.
go, man.
Yeah, cry. Let it go, man. There's nothing wrong with
You
that,
gotta
man.
do that, man.
And
You
I
gotta
told you
let that go.
But I
man.
told you in the bottom line, man.
You keep that shit.
You're a good
Keep
guy.
and trust God in your life first and foremost, man.
First and
Bottom line is, everything. People go through a lot of different things. We always say we look at what's going on social media, and people always want to put the great stuff that's on social media.
Right.
They never put their negative stuff, what they're going through.
Yeah.
One thing I give Claudia credit for is that she'll come on this show and talk about the negative things that are
Right.
going on in her life, which she's not getting or whatever. A lot of people don't do that. You can't compare your life to what other people are doing on social media. You are a dope comedian. You are super nice. You're super friendly. Sometimes people who always uplift people need to be uplifted themselves,
Yeah.
man. So allow us to uplift you, keep you in prayer, man, and we know that everything's going to be all right. What did I tell you? These 3 words that you have to always remember.
Fuck Guy Torrey.
That in addition to do not worry.
Right.
It's hard, but
happy.
do not worry, man. It'll work out. It'll
You
work
got
out.
this, homie.
We got to roll out, man, because we
Yeah.
ran out of time.
Appreciate that.
We
This your
really-
boy Ginuwine. We went all deep,
appreciate you.
but that's what happens.
His
when
social
you're
media
around
stuff
some-
right there. We're
you
going to
love
put it
real
all up
people.
there.
When you get real people, you
Right.
do real shit.
Right.
And you have a real good show. Unstable Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe. Tell a friend. We'll see you next week. Make sure to give them all your social media handles, G.
This your boy Ginuwine. I'm always just at Ginuwine, and then on Snapchat, it's Playtime. And that's it.
You got
Jordan?
to spell Ginuwine for them because
Right.
it's not spelled the same way.
Yeah, exactly. It's not genuine. It's Ginuwine. It's just like it sounds. Ginuwine.
Next show.
Ginuwine.
Next shows.
Next show, I got Austin. I see you,
Austin,
Austin,
Texas.
Texas,
Love Austin.
Thursday.
Austin
I love
weird.
y'all to see y'all.
And when
there,
am I gonna
man.
get the RSVP for you and Claudia? That's all.
Nigga, that's
all.
hilarious.
It's coming.
Know.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
that's all.
Claudia, what's your social shit, Claudia?
I'm pushing that.
At Claudia Lumpkin. No, just at Claudia. Oh my God.
Say it, just buy.
Fred at Media Takeout. Don't put this out there.
my God.
At Claudia. Every time we take a picture, there's a rumor. And we have fun with it, actually. At Claudia Jordan, hit us up and make sure you go support Ginuwine and all he does, because he's one of the most humble people out there. He deserves all the support out there.
Yeah.
For
Mike
real,
Hill?
for real.
Mike Hill?
It's Mike Hill, all social media, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. You know, just hanging out. You know, doing my
right.
thing, bro.
And
It's I, Steve Wilson, at Guy Torrey, Claudia, say it so we can get out of here.
it's all down here.
Bye, niggas.